Hello and welcome to the Tapped In Podcast with Bailey Scott and my very first guest, my mommy.
Hello.
Nancy Scott,
Hi.
CEO, boss babe,
Me.
best mom ever. And today is a bonus episode where we're just going to be doing a little mommy and me episode. I'm going to be asking her some deep mommy questions I've never asked her before. And yeah, I'm just really excited. I got this idea while I was driving around. I was like, I just want to do something special with my mom on Mother's Day. We've been doing a lot of hobbies together recently. Rollerblading, sewing. We're just getting really close.
We're jamming.
We're having a good time.
Yes.
So I just wanted to do a little mommy and me episode today. So if you want to ask your mom any of these questions, please feel free. I'll put them in the description below. And I'll also put her information in the description if you want to follow her on Facebook, YouTube. If you need some services in the Sarasota area, I will put all of her links in the description below. Is there anything you want to say?
Hey everyone. Well, thank you, Bailey, for inviting me to your show. I feel honored to be your guest. And even though, yes, I am your mom, it feels good to be here.
Yay.
So let's do it.
Let's do it.
What kind of
So,
juicy questions
we got
do you
some
have?
heavy hitters today.
Uh-oh. Heavy hitters.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So there's a bunch here, okay? I'm not going to ask all of these questions, but I'm just going to ask the ones that have resonated with
And we
me.
did not rehearse this.
This is all
this is
unprepared.
all off
This
the
is
cuff.
all off the cuff. So here we go. Okay. When did you know you wanted to be a mom?
I had no choice.
Joe, don't listen to this.
Oh, no,
the second time around.
I always wanted to be a mom. I mean, being a mother was always a dream for me when I was a child. I always wanted to be a mom. And yeah.
You just had toys that were like your baby toys. Everything was your little baby.
Oh, I used to play dolls all the time, and I used to play school, and I used to have pretend students in my classroom, which was my bedroom, and yeah, and plus I was always a babysitter. I was like the neighborhood babysitter. I have a great knack for homemaking. I'm a great homemaker, I believe. I just know how to take care of a home and know how to take care of babies and people. And
a natural nurturer.
It's a natural nurturer. Yes, exactly.
What did you love most about being pregnant?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Did you feel a difference when you were pregnant with a boy than when you were pregnant with a girl?
No. When I was pregnant with Joseph, her brother, I was nauseous for like 5.5 months. The first 5.5 months, I was nauseous, and it was. But I just kept living my active lifestyle, and I worked, and I took care of myself, and I had 2 great, healthy children. And when I was pregnant with Bailey, it was pretty much the same. I was always tired. I think I was tired for the first 18 years of my life. I was just always tired because I worked all day, and then I came home, I took a nap, and then I got up and I started cooking dinner for my family. But I think that's pretty regular for people. But my pregnancies were pretty normal.
Pretty smooth.
Yes, I'm a pretty active woman, and I was pretty active when I was young. So I have to say, I had a little bit of complications with Bailey because I had fibroid tumors, and luckily she came out okay. But I had a little bit of scary time during my pregnancy with her because we weren't sure what was going on. But all in all, you came out.
I came out all right.
A Spitfire, 2.5 weeks late.
Hey, I just wanted to be a Gemini so bad.
Yes, you waited for that.
I did wait. Okay, what did you love most about the infant stage?
The infant stage of you?
Of just infant stage in general, like what did you love being most about being a new mom?
Oh my gosh. I mean, first of all, being a mom is such a joy. For me, it's such a joy. My life would be very different without my children. My children bring me joy. You fill my heart. And without you, I wouldn't be who I am, because I listen to my children. I watch them. They teach me all the time. And it's important that I pay attention to you and notice you and allow you to be you. I feel like I don't want to be like the boss mom who's always talking down on you and don't do this and don't do that and da-da-da. I want to be the uplifting mom, the mom who uplifts my children and make them worthy of whatever they want to do out there is 100,000% possible. You just have to put your mind to it and your passion and go do it. It's just, it's very hard to describe what it is to be a mom unless you're a mom. And if you are out there, you know what I'm talking about. It's a love that you don't experience until you have a child. And it's a beautiful thing. I loved being a mom when you were little because I loved taking you to the park. I loved taking you to get ice cream and just watching you smile and laugh and play with your Barbies and run around. I mean, those little things are huge, joyful memories.
Oh,
yeah.
You definitely are a very uplifting mom, for sure.
I thank you. Thank you for saying that. It makes me feel good to hear you say that. I feel, yes, like anything is possible. So
it doesn't go unnoticed, and I think Joe would say the same.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Yes,
he better. Joe's not watching this, but anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he might.
He might. Maybe if you're on it, he might. Okay. What, in parentheses, if anything, did you love about the teenage years? What was something that stuck out teenage years?
Well, oh my God, if that's easy, I'll go into all your shows.
Oh, yeah,
because
that's true.
Miss Theater right here, she was on stage since she was a young girl, all the way up until high school, until COVID, until when the world shut down. She was just finishing a show and was going to take a break before starting another show. But when the world shut down in March, she ended her show in February. And your young life, my joy was going to watch you do shows and whatever you did, whether it's for you,
my track era.
Yeah, for you, it was theater. I mean, it just depends, what parents or what parents like to see with their children. Some like to see their children growing up in their teenage years because they were doing sports or they were doing
like high academics or
high academics or sewing or karate or traveling. I mean, who knows? But for me, it is definitely, and the friends that surrounded you were wonderful, wonderful girls. Like Bailey you did not surround yourself with bad people who got in trouble and who were liars and cheaters and thieves. And you surrounded yourself with great people, which made you a pretty awesome girl yourself. So I think that definitely has something to do with who a child becomes is who you hang around. And, yes.
That's true. My friends were over all the time.
Yeah.
We
cooked dinner. And
I did my Girl Scouts. I wasn't a teenager in Girl Scouts, but I did my Girl Scouts.
I was your leader, remember?
She was in my, that was so fun.
I was your leader.
I loved that she came to Girl Scouts with me because it was a little lonely sometimes, especially in the beginning when no one's really your friend yet.
Yes.
That was really fun whenever you were like a little chauffeur or like You came on the
right.
trips with us. It was
Yeah,
so
we
fun.
went on Girl Scout trips, and yeah, it's just
And when we did that show together in Pennsylvania,
we did the show together.
that was
What
so
the name of
fun.
that? I
The
forget.
Children of Eden.
Oh goodness, the Children of Eden.
The Adam and Eve story.
Oh my god, yeah,
Where
I was in a show.
You stood on stage for like the whole show.
I was in the choir.
Yeah,
I wasn't the star. I was in the choir. I was in the
Neither
background.
was. So was I. I was also in the background. I just did the
Yes.
dance numbers that the little kids had got to do.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Okay.
that's definitely fun for
All
sure.
right. What advice do you have for your children and their children regarding raising kids? What do you want them to remember? So I guess essentially, what advice do you want to give to me as in becoming a parent?
Well, it's funny you say that because when Bailey invited me to be on this podcast, I was driving back from the airport and I was thinking, what am I going to say? At least kind of prep myself for some things to say. And what fluidly came out of my mouth, I was sending myself an email, and word by word, this fluidly came out of my mouth. And I want to just read it because when I reread it, it was perfect. And I said, I don't want to change a thing, and I don't want to memorize it because I don't want to get it wrong. So here's my advice to parents.
And people that want to become parents.
And people that want to become parents is parents. My advice to you is don't create your child's future. Don't plan your child's future. Let them plan their own future. You are just there for support. It is important to show them right and wrong, stop, look, and listen, hot versus cold, respect, please and thank you. But always encourage them and support them. Do not plan their life for them. It is not your life. It is their life. And I think for me, I want to say I did that for my children, and I still continue to do that for my children. I just hope that being a parent is yes, by far very difficult, but let your children make choices in life and let them fail and let them make a bad choice and take the repercussions for it. Because trust me, there's times I've seen Bailey make bad decisions and bad choices and fail, and I just wanted to like scoop it up and go, okay, here, honey, here. Let me do it for you, or let me fix it, or let me pay for it, or, let me rub your back. I'll make things better. And you have no idea how much I wanted to do all that so often. But in the same respect, I had to just stop myself and say, no, Nancy, this is a teachable learning moment for her. Let her do it. Let her cry it out. Let her figure it out. Let her pay it out. And as hard as that is for me to do, I think it's the best thing because I want her to grow up to be a young lady who can take care of herself and who's very independent and who can do it on her own. And I think not by herself, and I'm not saying like this forever, but just to be independent. And I think when you are raising your kids, don't put expectations on them and their future if it's not for their future. If they don't see it, don't put a vision in their head that it does not match them. If you expect your child to get straight A's and go to college, maybe your child doesn't want to get straight A's, and maybe your child doesn't want to go to college. And you know what you say to your parents kids, what you say to your parents when your parents say you got to go to school and you got to get straight A's because you got to go to college and you have to get a good job. You say, why? Why is that important to you? It's okay to ask your parents questions too, as to why is it important to them that you do what they want you to do. And the other thing is, I think I taught you this, is I don't expect Bailey to listen to me for all my advice, because I could give her advice all day long, up and down. But one thing I teach her is, when I'm giving her advice, or when I'm trying to talk, tell her something, how to get out of a situation and make things better, I just say, Bailey, look, whenever I'm giving you advice and you want to roll your eyes and say, oh, Mom, stop, I don't want to hear it anymore, don't say that. The only thing you need to say, kids, to your parents when they're giving you advice that you do not want to hear is, thank you, I appreciate it. That's it. And I swear it will shut us up. I swear, try it, kids. Just thank your parents. Thank you. I appreciate. Oh, what a great idea, Mom. Oh, I would have never thought about that. Thank you.
And you don't even have to follow it.
And you don't even have to follow it. No.
It's just the fact that you said it.
Exactly. And the fact that you recognized what I said. I don't care if it went in one ear or out the other. I don't care, and I don't know. But you said thank you. Oh, Mom. I mean, turn on your actress and actor, kids, and just be like, oh, Dad, are you serious? Like, that is the greatest idea ever. Wow. When I'm 25 years old, I'm going to do that. I mean, just blow some smoke up, in their for their ego. And it will shut your mom and dad up. Because it works.
I do like that advice. No, but what you were saying was so true about, like, when I was growing up, I was never like a rebel child. I didn't want to go out and like do drugs and like drink and party. Like, granted, I did live a life. I did have friends. I did do things. I didn't just feel the need to do anything that was like secretive and like behind their back, like sneak out or like have people come over when they were out of town, like, and kind of like not tell them about it. It just was never like mischievous, right. Like they always had this like underlying trust for me that made me feel like I don't want to disrespect them. I don't want to do things that seem mischievous and mysterious, because they are putting trust in me, just like blind trust. Like, no, Bailey will be good. While we go out of town for a couple of days, or like, I feel like I never had a moment where I didn't feel like, or I never had a moment where I felt like I couldn't like be myself or express myself and express what I had to say or what I wanted to do or whatever, because like, no matter what, like they knew I was going to do it regardless. Like if I say I'm going to go somewhere, I'm going to go. Them telling me don't do that is gonna not make me not go. Like I'm gonna go do it. Like, it's like, regardless, I want to go and I want to express myself. And like, just like she said, like if I'm meant to make a mistake, I'm one of those people that like I need to be thrown in the situation and experience it. And like people telling me like, no, don't do that. Like they're a bad person. Don't get involved with them. Or like, no, that city's too big. Like, no, it's too expensive. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I gotta figure it out though. Yes. Like you can tell me all you want, but like I need to like chase after it myself. Right. Like I need to see it for myself. If you're right, and if you're right, you're right. Cool. Am I gonna say that you're right? Maybe at some point if I reach defeat. But
is the purpose really being right? I mean,
right.
What's the point?
It's not like a I told you so moment. At the end of the day, people are trying to protect you, and your parents are trying to protect you and like make you feel safe and like comforted. Not all parents, I do know that, but some and most, I would say always are trying to protect you, even if they do come off a little like strict and like do this, get straight A's, go to college, this and like. I think the underlying message is always like they love you and just want to see you happy and stable and like succeed in this life, because it's not easy, like they really do want to see you thrive, but they just have their old-fashioned ways, and they have, their old school ways of living, and kind of like how things used to be back in the day.
Yeah, I think like old school, it was you have to listen to your mom and dad, and you have to do what they want you to do. In life for everything, play sports, from education and reading, do this, read this many books and do. Mm-hmm. Where now this life is more about listening to your children. Mm-hmm. You have to listen to your children, parents. You really have to understand them and what they like and who they are, and accept them for who they are and what they like and what they don't like. You can't judge your own children because they disagree with you or they don't like what you don't like. They're a different person than you are. You just happen to be the parent, and they are your child. I mean, just think of how many families do you know with multiple children with the same two parents, and how vastly different the children are, but they all are in the same family with the same parents. I mean, everybody is different, and everyone has different likes and dislikes. And parents, you have to listen to your children. If you want a relationship with your children, you must engage on their level and listen to them, and be interested in what they like. Because if you are interested in what they like, then you will have a full relationship with them, and they will trust you, and they will want to be around you. And don't you want to be around your children? I mean, I know when my kids call me to say, "Hey, Mom, I want to spend the day with you," or "I want to do this with you," or I'm like, I drop everything and do it, because I just love it so much. I love being around my kids. And I know many of you do. And many of you would drop. I know, like when I play tennis with my tennis ladies, and anytime we get together and we're like, okay, well, what do you want to do? You want to play tennis? Nope. My kids are in town. Like, okay, we know when we hear those words, my kids are in town, all hands, we all back off, because nothing comes between the parents seeing their children, because it is such a great thing. But just make sure to keep those relationships very, very full and very engaging, for sure.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, because I get sad when, like, say I meet someone and, like, they have an interest in something, and maybe their parents are just polar opposite from that. Like, if someone likes to do art, but their parents are, like, politicians or something. Like, they're just really corporate, really just, like, not open to artistic and kind of stuff like that, but their child is, then, like, a lot of parents just kind of like brush off what their child likes and brush off what their child is like passionate about, because that's not their world. That's not what they're into. Mm-hmm. So therefore they feel like that they can't create a relationship with their kid because they're not interested in the thing. Mm-hmm. Being a parent is like having to step out of your ego and out of your
comfort zone.
Yeah, comfort zone, and be like, I'm doing this for the love of my child, because like
to learn
and to learn something new. Exactly. Like, I feel like there is so much that they can teach us, and like vice versa. And I guess this is something else I wanted to ask you. Like, I think I do want to be a mom at the end of the day. Like, I think I do want to become a mom eventually to my own children, but like I've debated
please
I've debated it because I'm afraid of the changes that's going to happen in my body, and I'm afraid of, like, I don't know. I guess I've noticed my like afraidness of like, is it going to be with the right person, whatever. But like, I've always just felt like being a mom just sounds really intimidating because of what it's going to do to my body, first of all. And then
you get it back.
True. But
one of the things I did when I had my son, because I was the same way, I'm very vain about my body. I mean,
I'm vain. It's just like
I am. I'm vain.
Go ahead.
And one of the things I did when I was pregnant with my son, and I had my son when I was 22. So I obviously that's very, very young.
My age.
But your body bounces back way better than you think it does. And I bought this awesome. I'll never forget this. My son was born in August, and I went to the mall and I saw this beautiful black velour jumpsuit. And I was like, "Oh my God, this is beautiful!" It was a whole jumpsuit. It was black velour and had all these little gold balls all over the top, and a zipper. And I was like, "Whoa, this is sexy!" So I hung it up in my closet, and I said, "That is my outfit goal." And so after I had my son, I was like, "I'm gonna get back in that outfit, or I'm gonna get in this jumper and wear it, and it's gonna be beautiful." And I did. And it worked. And not only that, for me, I lost more weight. I was thinner after I had my son than I was before I had him.
Weird.
Yeah. And it is. I think worrying about, of course I did. I worried about my body, but worrying about it and then going through the entire process of it, saying now I can say, "Oh, well, you can get back to your body," but you can. I mean, just look at all the beautiful, sexy mamas out there in all shapes and sizes.
That's true.
Really, it doesn't matter, what body size or type you are, as long as you have, as long as you're happy and you're confident and you love yourself, girl. Right. It don't matter what your size body is.
Because I was thinking, because I feel like in this lifetime, I want to be able to experience what child love is like. Like, I guess I want to know, what is the difference between, loving your kid than, loving a partner or, your parent. Because my love for my friendship is different than the love for my mom. Obviously, love is the universal feeling. Of course, when I say I love you to someone, I love them.
Number one emotion.
Exactly. But I feel like, you have a different relationship with each person. So I guess I just want to know, what's the difference of loving your child compared to, loving other people in your life?
You won't know.
But, explain it.
It's like I said, it's an unwavering love. It is just what I said. When Bailey makes a mistake, or when she fails, or when something bad happens, the only thing I want to do is scoop her up and make things better. Because when you love somebody that much, you will wrestle an alligator for them, and I probably would do that too. I mean, there are stories out there of super strength in moms when it comes to their children. I mean, I think I saw it on Oprah Winfrey, that there was a mom who picked up the front of a car to save her child. I'm not kidding. I mean, moms have super human strength. Titanium strength. I guarantee you. That's just one story. There's probably a bazillion more stories out there that what moms have done to save their children in serious situations. And that's a serious situation. I mean, my situation, I'm just talking about, you locked your keys in your car and I got to call AAA. I mean, that's nothing, But no,
that happened yesterday.
Moms have super bionic strength. We do. And if
I
you're a
believe
mom, we do. And so I can't explain it. You just have to.
When you know. It when you feel it.
I mean, love is different. I love you different than I love my husband, than I different love my parents, than I love my sister. I mean, I love everybody so much. I would do anything for them. I don't know if I could pick up a car, but I would try. I would try. But I know for sure when times get tough, you do tough things. So I would, when times are tough, man, you have like no filter, and you just have no shield over you. You just go and make it happen. If I have to go into a gas station and beg for help because we're being hurt, or a car broke down, or somebody kidnapped my child, I'm not going to sit around and go, oh gee, I'm going to wait for the police to come. No, I'm going to like race into the gas station and make people help me. There's you don't even think, you just go do. Being a mom is not thinking, it's just doing in serious situations.
That's so crazy that you talk about this, because I was just watching this movie last night, and it was about this woman who was leaving Germany to work for a company in the US, and she had her little son with her who was like 6 years old. He's really young. Father died in battle because they were both soldiers. So the father died in battle, so she only had her son, and like he only had her, like that they only had each other. Yeah. And so they were at this like US place and about to become American citizens, and her son gets lost in this American building. Like, you would think this is the last place to lose a child. But she lost her kid. They kidnapped her child, and seeing what this, obviously it's a movie, like whatever, like she was a soldier in combat, like she could be able to like fight off people, but she was able to like fight off assassins. Like, she just was like this superhuman. Even just watching this woman act this movie, like you can tell she has children of her own, because the way that she portrayed anything that she would do for the freaking kid, insane. And like, of course it was just a movie, but like I think it was showing real truth of like what a mom would actually do. She was scavenging this whole building, climbing on the outside like freaking Spider-Man, like just trying to find where the hell her son was. And spoiler alert, she found him, she got him. We love that. But a mom's determination does not let up.
No, and it doesn't matter what age you are.
No, true. Like, literally, it doesn't even matter if the kid was like 6 or 17, like, for sure.
Yes, yeah.
So definitely. I have a couple more questions. Okay, let's see. What are some of the earliest memories you have of me that you'll never forget?
Oh, goodness. Just how...
A specific memory.
A specific memory.
What's something that like I did that was funny, or maybe like I fell through the shed.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but not that one, because I remember it. Something that I probably wouldn't remember, like that young.
Well, oh my gosh, I wish I had pictures, but one of the funniest memories is when Bailey was young, when she was like 1, 2, 3 years old, and she had really short hair, very short hair. Never did we go anywhere unless Bailey had a scarf draping down her back. I mean, like, she would wear my scarves where she'd tie them on and they'd be long, like long hair. She would wear beads over her head. Just like, do you have a necklace? Like a beaded necklace.
Yeah, I don't have it.
And just put it on her head. And then
I wanted long hair.
When, anytime Halloween came, I know she wore the Little Mermaid wig for weeks. I mean, she'd wear it to her tumbling class. I'm like, honey, like, nobody's wearing wigs to tumbling class. She's like, but Mom, I want my wig. So there is this picture of her in tumbling class with orange hair, like the Little Mermaid.
Those are red.
Was it orange or red? Yeah. So, I mean, that was my earliest, funniest memory, is always having something on her head that resembled, I guess, long hair.
And now I have.
And
long
now you
hair.
do.
Yeah.
Now you do have long
hair. I manifested it, even though this is my hair.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question.
Okay.
What was it like to hold me for the first time?
No, just kidding.
Not funny.
It was. No, gotta joke, people. Come on.
No, I know.
Oh, it was like finally, because you were 2 weeks late.
Oh.
She was so late, and I was like, oh, finally, here you are. It was It was wonderful.
There's a picture of it, and like I'm so red. Like my skin is like so red. I didn't get any like color until about a couple weeks or maybe days or something.
You were a nice 8-pound, 4-ounce baby, so you know you weren't easy to get out. But when you came out,
and you did it, you obviously you didn't do natural birth, right? You did. Wait, like no epidural vibe?
No, I did an epidural, but by the time you were born, the epidural wore off because you were because horrible. I had an appointment at the hospital to have you as my child because they were going to give me, I want to say Pitocin to help expedite the process of delivery. So I had an appointment at the hospital because you were so late. It's a long process. Oh, they gave me an epidural when I got to the hospital. And you were not being born. You were not coming right away. And
it was cozy in there.
I remember I was like screaming so loud. I think I remember my husband sounds like, Nancy, you sound like a horse, because I was going, because I was pushing so hard. And then it wore off and she was born, and thank God.
See, also that's another thing about like terrified. I'm terrified of giving birth. That just sounds like the worst day. It sounds like the worst and best day ever.
But it's funny, moms, you would know this, is when, even though having children is very painful, the second they come out and you see them, that the pain you had, it just goes away. You don't even think about it. I mean, I think about it because I can tell a story about it, but I don't think about it on my body, or it was like, it doesn't bring bad memories, put it that way. It brings back, I mean, look what we had. We had a baby. So don't be frightened. Be excited to have a baby.
Yeah, that's true. It is an exciting experience.
Yes.
It seems like you obviously will not experience anything like it literally ever.
Yeah.
Like carrying it in you, making it inside of you. That's just insane to me. Yeah. The whole process is like actually
and
crazy.
Your life is forever changed. I mean, when you come home with a brand new baby in your arms, your life has changed forever. Mm-hmm. There's no more single life. There's no more coming and going as you please. You don't have to check with anybody. You want to go on a trip somewhere, go. And you might still be able to do that, but you're just going to have a baby with you. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But you're always going to have a little.
People always say like the next 18 years, like, no. I'm always like, it's a forever thing. Like,
oh yeah.
They're just not around for the next 18 years or whatever.
Yeah,
like, no.
But I don't look at it like, oh my God, my child's around for the rest of my life. I look at it as an enhancement unto my life. Mm-hmm. You just added to my life.
Right.
Is what you did. It's an addition. It's a wonderful addition to your life.
Yeah. True. Thank you. Oh, I will. Hold on. Say Happy Mother's Day. Say Happy Mother's Day to your moms. Happy Mother's Day, Mommy.
Thank you.
And thank you guys so much for tapping into the Tapped In podcast. Ignore that stupid bubbly thumbs up, thumbs down thing. I don't know why it's doing that. Just ignore it, and that's all I gotta say to that.
Yeah, because we want you to do thumbs up.
Yeah, we want you to thumbs up. I was like thumbs.
There we go.
Oh, so annoying.
Oh, maybe that's everybody watching the video.
No, it's not live.
Oh,
yeah, no. So it's just.
I was trying to put a plug in for you.
No, because it was thumbs down like the whole time.
Oh.
But that doesn't mean thumbs down to anything that was said ever. The whole thing. No. Thumbs up. Okay. But yes, thank you so much for coming on to the Tapped In podcast. Like I said, all her links are in the description below. So definitely check out her stuff. Give her a call if you need a ride to the airport.
No. Don't give me a call.
Especially out of Tampa. Okay.
No.
I'm kidding. All right. Thank you guys so much for tapping in, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.